Good morning. You are dreaming with Gemstone Gina. My name is Gina Virginia Casella, spiritual biz entrepreneur. And you are dreaming with me with Gemstone Gina. This is what I do. This is my little divinational practice that came together. These gemstones, most of them gifted to me by the Gnome King, bridging my waking life with my dream life. And you can learn all about those stories in my book series, The Dragon Dreams. And what's a little special message for today? Well, you know what? It's interesting because Dickism came up. There's a high quality item that, like a behavior, for example, these are always collective readings. There's a high quality item that you're not proud of that's coming out. So it's just a little reminder that sometimes in life, like, it's not okay to be a dick. It's not okay to be rude, but it is okay to be assertive when you need to. It is okay to take a stand when you need to. It is okay to say no. And you know what? That doesn't make you a meanie, right? So we're being reminded about that. And what's interesting is we always feel the pressure to belong. Whether we're consciously aware of that or not, we need to belong. It's part of our survival. We require community. And what's interesting is Hummingbird, and this is, Hummingbird could go this way or Hummingbird can go this way. And Hummingbird's saying, like, look, you're in charge of your life. So if you go this way, you're not going to be flying with Eagle Condor. You're physically going to be burnt out. You're not going to be transforming or transcending anything. Why are you going this way? What is it about this way? Well, maybe you think, this way is an option. But when you reconsider your options, you want to go this way. Why? Because we're going to get into a conversation about the lizard lady. So the lizard lady reincarnates. So she might be the lizard lady in one story, but then she'll be something else in a different story. But it's the same energy, if you will. And the lizard lady is actually featured in this book, Dragon Dreams, Book 3, Losing Ground, written by yours truly, Gina Virginia Casella. And it's such a powerful story. You'll have to read it. But the very gist of it is that the lizard lady is very ancient, and she's doesn't exactly fit in with the community. There's no people, if you will. That's how ancient she is. She's not even a people. She's a lizard lady, if you will. And there are some behaviors that are going on that she doesn't really care about, because it's just animals and whatnot. But at some point, she recognizes that the epigenetics around her, the animals, are evolving. They're evolving consciously, and then these behaviors she's noticing are not okay. Things like rape and whatnot, people killing each other, stealing. And so she has a hard time with this because she knows that those things are not okay, and she's a more intelligent, sophisticated, experienced, cultured, unlike the folks who are around her. And so she one day starts to kill the men who are responsible for some of these behaviors. And she feels that she's doing the right thing. And then it's like confusing for her because she spies on the village, because because they're all like scared of her because they don't understand. She's like a monster figure, if you will, because they don't understand and people blame her for things. It's easy to blame her. But she spies on them and she's like very confused because the men that she killed are actually being mourned. And it's like, why would you mourn these men when they are treating you like this? And so she personally learns a lot about perspective. And then after some time, she realizes like, I can't keep living like this. Like this isn't the behavior what I want to do. But the point is that at this time in the lizard lady's life, she had to communicate in a way that was violent. This was not a time where people could sit down and have words with each other. You know, you couldn't sit down and have coffee talk with somebody. Um, the community just was not there. And to be fair, they were in survival mode. So, um, I'm the lizard lady. So I was having these spooky type dreams where I was holding a pearl and it was a large pearl. And one day I made the connection, oh my God, this is an eyeball. And then all of a sudden it was like, I made startling connections because the men that I killed during this time of the lizard lady, I would, um, when I stopped killing them, instead of killing them, I would um, take an eyeball. And then that became uh, like the signature that somebody had crossed my path and that they were acting in ways that were uh, like doing injustice to the community, creating like physical harm. And um, basically, you couldn't hide the fact that you were missing an eyeball. And at the end of the story, I go through like all this reflection and whatnot because I feel disgusted with myself. Like, how many more freaking eyeballs am I going to have, and I don't mean for this big necklace that's getting out of control to be like a trophy. It's just I don't know what to do with these eyeballs. And when I say eyeballs, I mean perspective. I don't know what to do with this perspective. Like, there's the lizard lady's perspective. Then there's this like survival perspective, behaviors that are going on and being caught up in the middle of it. And so there's a lot of power to this. And the lizard lady, at the end of the story, gives back. She returns the eyeballs to the men. And if you notice, Homo sapiens sapiens naturally typically have blue, green eyes, but here you can see there's like purple and red mixed in there, and arguably Homo sapiens sapiens have those eye colors too, but they're not as popular, and so it just gets you thinking. And the lizard lady is not a mermaid, in case you were wondering. So, anyways, there's lots to say about the lizard lady, but when I do my gemstone reading, I always spread out the gemstones, gather some thoughts together, and then I pull a card. And so I was like, what's going on here? Like, there's two pathways and hummingbird, and then the dickism thing came out. Like, what do you do? Do you do like the lizard lady and just start taking eyeballs? like she started killing people, then she changed her ways and started taking eyeballs, but basically she did not fit in with the community. So um sometimes being a dick and taking a stand is hard to do and it's confusing. And um, even though you don't think that you're being rude by killing somebody or raping them, like other people might find that behavior to be rude. Whereas other folks out there might feel like those kind of behaviors are okay. So, um, how do you take control of the world around you? It's really controversial. I had some friends, this was years ago now, but they were getting into Elvis Presley. And they were like, oh yeah, Elvis Presley wasn't just a singer, he also acted. And so they got into the Elvis Presley movies. And the next time I saw them, they were reporting out about these movies, and they actually stopped watching them because the behaviors of Elvis Presley, they didn't agree with those behaviors. And what's interesting is somebody like Elvis Presley was very influential. Everybody wanted to be like him. All the girls liked him, right? And when somebody who's influential like that is acting in those ways, it inspires others to act in those ways. And at that time, when Elvis Presley was making those movies, that's what was socially acceptable. Or, like, even the good old classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Like, I grew up loving that movie, but now I watch it and it's like, whoa, Santa Claus can be really rude. And there's like lots of undertones about racism and women not having power. And just, anyways, there's much to be said. But a final thought is that today, your heart might feel like it's stuck. And there's outer worldly perspective that you can gain from folks like the lizard lady. So if you're trying to solve a problem and you need perspective, reach out to her. Um, this gemstone reading went into a lot of directions. And that's the thing about these mini gemstone readings. Like, it's story medicine. My initial intention was for this just to be like, hi, my name's Gina. Here's a 3 to 5 minute video. But as you can see, these are consistently like a good 8 to, maybe 15 minutes. So, and it's really cool because the more folks tune in, you get to know the gemstones, you get to know the Dragon Dreams Oracle cards, you get to know me, you get to know my books. And, as a public school teacher, I read so many stories to so many people, and I just love being read to myself. And I'm really looking forward to the membership. All right, I better get going here, but when I saw the lizard lady card, I was like, ooh, I better grab my book and just highlight it. So the lizard lady is in Dragon Dreams book 3, Losing Ground. And yep, the cover here, that was an oracle card that was pulled not too long ago, and it comes up frequently. This card here of the lizard lady does not come up frequently. Okay, anyways, I better get going now. My name is Gina Virginia Casella, spiritual biz entrepreneur. Thank you for dreaming with me, dreaming with Gemstone Gina. I just adore doing these mini gemstone readings. Let me know how you resonate with today's reading. And I look forward to next time. Hope you have a fantastic day. Check out Buy Me a Coffee, formerly belonging to the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. All right. Talk to you next time. Bye for now.